everyone, this is C-Monster80, otherwise known as Baymon LOL, and this is a game of League of Legends. And what we got going on here is Dr.mundo, and I decided to play him because he's a champion that doesn't often see a lot of play. I thought that he might be fun, so I've been playing for the last couple of days, and I finally got a gameplay that I thought was worthy of putting up on my channel. And one of the things I want to talk about during this gameplay is I get no help in the jungle. Now, what you have to consider when you get no help in the jungle, or when you give your jungler no help, is that he's going to come out of there and he's going to be kind of low health because he was tanking off all those creeps. And when that happens, you're just simply not going to get the ganks that you like. So this game kind of starts off pretty slow because, well, as I said, I don't get any help in the jungle. I don't get mad about that kind of stuff. I don't rage. I don't get angry. I don't go and tell people how much they suck. I never do that kind of stuff. And actually, this week's tips and tricks may be about raging during the game. But I do think that helping your junglers out is a big deal. Now, Mundo especially does not do well without jungling, without some help, because he uses his health for his abilities. And that's a big deal, because if you're using your health and you're still getting beat on, then you're gonna lose your health pretty quickly. And so one of the big things for Mundo is when you go back and you get your first Spirit Stone. There you see I completely missed with my cleaver. When you go back and you get your Spirit Stone, you gotta make sure you grab a couple more pots, because first time back, he's not gonna have the sustain that he needs, and that's one of the problems with Mundo. Here you see I kind of checked in on the top lane. He was doing pretty good. Went down here, kind of took my opponent's wolves, because I think my opponent was a Xin Zhao. Ooh, no, it was a Rammus. But I thought that it wasn't a big deal. So here we're taking on Rammus. You see I got my Burning Agony up. We're trying to chase him down. I flashed to try to get a little bit closer. He does his little speed thing, and he has just enough health to get away. We do not catch up to him. Then we see a Kali come out here. I shut my Burning Agony off for a second to try to conserve health. We do not get a Kali, unfortunately. But one thing I think I could have done there a little bit differently was flashed at a different time, because I think my flash was kind of useless. I didn't flash very far. And if I could have flashed just as he was going on to his little fast ping. And then here you go in, because we see got Burning Agony up. Rammus is really low. Ribbon finally takes him down, and then Eve takes down Yi. Unfortunately, I cleaver Eve, run after her, hit her with my Burning Agony again, take down Eve, and then we're chasing Rammus. Gotta get him. No flash, and then Burning Agony takes out Rammus. So that's a double kill for me. It's not too bad. Now it's time to go back and buy some stuff. Grab a Ninja Tabby, a Ruby Crystal. That's pretty fun. And run back out. So, like I was saying, if you're not helping the jungler out, you're not helping yourself out. This is just a basic thing. Here I'm going in, I'm waiting on Akali. Akali is a very slippery character. I noticed that it is hard to get some good ganks on her. Here I go down bottom because I see Terex alone. I run in, I hit him with the cleaver, and then Rammus comes up behind. I hit him once, run away. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can fight this. Don't think I can fight this, but I waited in the try because I saw Darius coming around. Another weird thing we had in this game was we had a Darius freaking support. I'm not really sure what that was all about. Here you see I'm trying to get Akali. I run in, throw on my Burning Agony. She's still running away. I'm like, damn, she is a slippery one. I took way too many tower shots there, and then I used my ultimate to try to get away, because I thought I was probably going to die, which probably was going to if I wouldn't have used my ultimate. She probably had chased me down and killed me. And running down here, this here bot had gotten wiped out, so I decided to kind of come down and help and push the lane back out. Here I'm going in because Rammus went in again on our mid lane, who had swapped out a couple times with Yi, and then Ribbon is going down, taking shots at their Akali, and then that's it. Took out a collie. Go back into the jungle. Now here we get a little bit of a pause. Well, it's not a pause, but we're gonna have about 2.5 minutes of me just jungling because there wasn't a lot of action going on. This kind of had like a middle early game action, and then there was some late game action. The late game action was where a lot of the really good stuff happened. Here I'm just trying to hold the middle tower because the mid laner had, I think she had died. I'm not 100% sure what had happened. There, Kali, you see it gone down. I had signaled the mid lane was missing, so there was nothing I could do about that. I still have my ruby crystal, but I picked up my ancient golem. I think ancient golem is a really powerful item right now. That cooldown, along with the health and the armor that you get, really makes it a powerful item on almost any character. It makes it extremely useful. I don't really use any of the other ones. Hecarim, when I do play Hecarim, which I don't play very often, I use it on Hecarim, or the Elder Lizard on Hecarim, and I don't think it has it has a place on him, but I really like the Ancient Golem buff, and or the buff, yeah, the item, because I think that it's probably the best of the three by far. With the cooldown reduction, I mean, especially for a guy like Mundo who doesn't have any mana, he's just pure cooldowns. I think it's not too bad. Now, granted, Burning Agony is not necessarily on a cooldown. There you see I kind of poked in to try to stop him from taking the tower, and it obviously didn't work. But with Mundo, with somebody who doesn't, who all he uses is cooldowns, I didn't think that, I think that it's an even better item. So here we're coming up. We got I was poking at Ramus because I could tell he was off in that little slot, and I kept chucking in cleavers at him. He tried to taunt me out there and try to get me, catch me out, and that just wasn't happening. Plus, I'm kind of tanky at this point because I've got my Giant's belt, and I build most of my characters as support junglers because I think that that is a good role for me. A lot of the Sometimes I play bruisers like Vi or V or Vi or whatever you want to call her, and I think that that's a good role too, but it doesn't work as well for me. Plus, I notice a lot of people don't like playing tanks. So here I go in, I throw my Burning Agony down, I get taunted by Ramus. It doesn't matter though because I'm pretty tanky. I still got my Burning Agony up. I'm going in. I see a Kali split off to the side, so I kind of run after a Kali to see if we can't get her, see if we can't kind of track her down. Chuck my cleaver at her, slow her down, and she gets finished off by a Riven. Pretty simple, pretty easy fight. Now I look back and I see Darius is getting beat on. Come in, hit Ramus, start jacking him up with my Burning Agony, run back, get that last hit on Ramus after I've already taken out Tristana, and closing in, and then we take out Tarek. So that's 4 kills at the end of this is pretty much the end of the game. Like I always say, this is not really high level gameplay. This is just me playing and kind of talking about what I do and do good and do wrong. This was a 4-0-4 gameplay, so it's pretty good gameplay, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. So this is C Monster 80, otherwise known as Bay Mountain LOL, signing out.